Hey everyone, and welcome back to Congratulations. As always, I'm your host, and I'm joined by Marcus. Marcus, how you doing this week?
Hello. I don't know. Not too great. The Mariners suck.
Yes, indeed. The Mariners are probably the worst team in MLB. The season's over. It's quite a shame, but yeah, they suck. And we were wrong about pretty much everything except Jared Kelenic. So at least we have that.
That is correct. So. Yeah, and we are like the 8th worst team in Major League Baseball. So
no, we're just
record-wise.
We're just the worst.
Yeah, so. Sure.
But it is what it is. So
yeah.
Anyways, obviously we were gone last week, so took an extra week off here. But it is what it is again, and we're back now. So we'll try to get somewhat back on a somewhat regular schedule.
Yeah, we didn't really have much news last week anyway. We were going to talk about the pre-draft, which we kind of already did. So yeah.
And yeah, so this episode's going to be it'll be an episode, that's for sure.
There's no doubt it will be an episode.
Yeah, usually I at least try to have a flow chart for things, like a flow thing for how things are going to go. I have absolutely nothing for this, so it's going to kind of be all over the place. I've got the NFL draft tracker up here on my computer. The Seahawks are next, but I feel like they're going to trade back from their pick. And then I've also got the Mariners up, which, let's see, last I checked it was 2-2. And
it's 2-2. They had still. 2 on with 1 out. The Jays did, and now I don't know what's happening.
It's end of the 4th, so Castillo got out.
Okay, great. He must have got a double play, hopefully.
Yep. So this episode's going to be an episode. So, yeah. First off, this is probably also going to air. I'm probably going to post it Saturday morning, so if you're watching this, you're not going to be watching before Saturday morning, so it's Friday evening, obviously end of the week. We have our drinks, so my drink to end the week is I decided to break out the mead and go with some mead this time. Some Odin Skull is what it's called, so what do you got?
I have 2 cans here of hard Mountain Dew ready to go.
All right. Hey, I look forward to those myself, so.
Yes, I will be mailing them this weekend. Finally, I don't know how exactly I'm going to do it. For those of you who don't know, it's our fearless leader's birthday coming up soon, and they don't sell these hard Mountain Dews anywhere near Washington, to my knowledge. So they do sell them near Nebraska and Iowa, and I have quite a stockpile going. So I'm going to send him 4 cans, 1 of each flavor.
All right. Well, I'm going to toast to that real quick. So, all right. So yeah, get fired up for that.
I am. I'm drinking it right now, and it's delicious.
Speaking of get fired up, hey, we might as well start it with this because, like I said, it's going to be all over the place. Tom, get fired up, Tom, because you made a great choice. Anthony Richardson to the Colts. So yeah.
Yeah, especially since, if they were looking at Levis, he ended up falling all the way.
And he went to the Titans, so it's a double win for Tom out there. He gets Richardson, Titans get Levis. So yeah.
I definitely am not a Levis fan, but I also said the same thing about one Josh Allen, and they kind of have similar traits. So
Seahawks pick is in. They're not trading it out. All right, so Seahawks pick is in. So eventually, once they get that, we're going to figure out who this is. Let's see what we still got available. I really hope this is I don't know how to say his name, Saoki Ika from Baylor, or it looks like Keon White is. No, Keon White got taken. Never mind. All right.
I hope this is
either Aka,
lineman, right?
Aka, I think is his name, from Baylor, or Osiris Torrance, a guard from Florida. I'd also be all right with there's still another defensive rusher, Aid. I'd be okay with Aid, although we just took Derek Hall, which I'm not too thrilled about, but.
I don't know. That guy looks pretty decent, didn't he?
He's average below average against. He's average or below average against a run, which is what we really need to focus on. So
okay, yeah.
So we'll see what this
more
is.
Of a situational pass rusher on
maybe
start his career.
Maybe this will be Hendon Hooker. I don't know, but
okay, here it is. The pick is in. What do we got?
I'm still waiting for it on my end. It says pick is in. So.
Who's this? No. I see some guy announcing it. I don't know who he is.
Probably some Seahawk legend. So.
Wow!
Okay. You know what? I'm not mad about this. Did you get it yet?
No, I still haven't. But don't tell me. It's literally. It's got to be within like 5 seconds here. Here we go.
Just some dead air here.
Yep. Why not? Ooh. Damn. He's good.
So
there's no doubt about it.
Running back. Okay, so the Seahawks just took Zach Charbonnet. running back from UCLA. Look, running back was in a dire need, but we did need another running back, and I think this would be a good 1-2 punch with Walker.
The NFL is becoming. You have to have 2 starting running backs. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. Actually,
I'm not mad. I'm not like overly thrilled. I guess I'd say I'm whelmed. I'm whelmed by this pick. That's a term I would use. So
the 49ers were looking at this guy hard actually in the scouting process, and then I think we kind of realized there's no way we were trading up to get him, and that he was going to go a little higher than when we picked. So. I mean, he's good. There's no doubt about it. So
I'm just very curious on what we're going to do about our interior offensive line. I guess because we're not going to get Cyrus Torrence is not going to fall to the next round. So I guess we're going to roll with Phil Haynes.
Don't you have your same 3 starters back, or
we need a guard because we're going to have we've still got Lucas and Cross on the outside. I think we still have Gabe Jackson. Where did we cut him? No, we cut Gabe Jackson. So, we cut Gabe Jackson, I think, if I remember correctly. But we have Damian Lewis still at one guard spot. So we need a guard because then we got, was it Evan Brown, I think, from the Lions? He's going to be center likely. So we need a guard, but I guess we're going to roll with, I think, Phil Haynes at guard. So, I mean, that's interesting. Yeah. But we'll see, I guess, the other picks. But I don't know what offensive linemen's to be worth it then, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's possible all you need is some depth and not a starter. Because, I mean, I would liken it to last year, the 49ers had a guy that a lot of fans didn't like. He was a draft pick from the year before named oh, my God. Hold on. I've actually been drinking since after work. So this is like my 4th or 5th.
Like I said, this is going to be an episode.
Why can I not remember his first name? I think it's Banks is his last name. And he ended up being very good last year. He was like our 2nd best offensive lineman. So sometimes the coaches know who you got, and they know they're already good enough, and that sometimes just the fans, us experts, just don't know that quite as much as the coaches do. So maybe your Haynes guy or whatever is good enough already, and you just need some depth.
I mean, he's decent, but I would have liked to see us take another guy. But
sure,
yeah. So Zach Charbonnet,
the 2nd round, you got plenty of time.
Zach Charbonnet going to pair up there with Ken Walker. So I mean, look, I think if I remember, Charbonnet is kind of an all-around guy, isn't he? All-around.
Correct. He can catch as well. Yes, absolutely, he can.
So hey, yeah. So I mean, like I said, the league now is really going to where you really should have at least 2, solidified guys.
100%.
We didn't have anyone really behind Walker. We only have DJ Dallas left, I believe. So we needed a guy. So
yeah, you did.
I think we could have maybe gotten another decent back later, but it is what it is. Again, I'm just whelmed with this pick. So
that's fine. I wouldn't hate it if I were you, but yeah, I get it. Kind of like yesterday when the Lions picked that was a first round for the Lions for sure. To me, that's crazy, but I mean, and I know he's good, but I mean, man, geez, I don't know. Was he top 12 good? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. It looks like they're moving on from, I don't know if they're moving on from Swift, but I did hear he was on the trading block already.
Well, he's usually injured, so.
New coaching staff just must not like him as much, I guess.
So I mean, I guess we're on top of the draft right now in the Seahawks NFL and all that. So, just a quick recap of yesterday's action, the first round. So, Seahawks did make I think, really generally what's consensus called a surprise pick, really, picking Devin Witherspoon where they did. I was a little taken back by it at first, but, really, I love it. We now going to have 2 shutdown corners, really. Our secondary is nothing to mess with now. You're going to have...
Well, no, and you move Kobe Bryant to basically, the nickel.
Nickel, where he's been playing. He's getting better. Yeah. And we still have Trey Brown, too, even also there. Our defensive scheme, I'm really starting to think we're maybe going to roll out some sort of, revolutionary defensive scheme this year. Where
so maybe a defensive back of some kind.
Where we really only have, 1 or 2 linebackers on the field. And just a lot of safeties there. So, because I do believe we're going to have Adams play up more in the box, and we'll have Love and Diggs in the back. And then obviously we got Reek now, and then Witherspoon on the outside, and then you got Kobe in the nickel. So, I mean, I know the big thing is the defensive line, the run defense, but we have to remember the Hawks have already addressed this to a certain degree because they got Draymond Jones. They brought back Jaron Reed. Had Nwosu, who's really good. Mafe is going to keep improving. So while, yes, I want to see us still add to the defensive line because we definitely need the rotation and depth, it's not as glaring as I feel like a lot of people were projecting it as.
Sure.
Well, obviously, yes, short up as much as we can, but I'm perfectly happy with the picks, especially then Jackson Smith and Jigba. That was awesome. I can't believe he fell as far as he did, and it's awesome that we got him. Now we have our third receiver, and we have our Tyler Lockett replacement too, because I'm sure Lockett probably only has maybe 2 good years left, maybe 3.
Sure.
So that was awesome. I know you loved that pick.
He's definitely. In my opinion, the TCU guy is a little bit better overall than him.
Yeah.
But I think this guy's a way better fit for your team.
Definitely.
So I mean, it was clearly the correct pick. I saw many mocks of him going to you at pick 20 or 22, whatever you had, and it just made sense. Unfortunately. Very
fortunately. So.
No, unfortunately, I said.
So I mean, then there's Derek Hall. Took him with a 37th pick. I really wish we would have taken Keon White there. He would have filled more of the need. Hall, sure, he's got some good intangibles. I think I saw, he's got some elite arm length, I think, speed as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely seems more like a pure pass rusher, but his run defense, which is what we really need, is average or below average, but maybe, it can be coached up. He's got the intangibles there, but I wasn't too thrilled with it, just with who was available there and who we could have taken, because I feel like it was a bit of a reach. But it's classic Seahawks there, so that was kind of a classic Seahawks pick. So, but
he's definitely. I mean, he's got some potential. There's no doubt. But like you said, it might be possibly he's a rotational, maybe third down pass rusher right now, which not necessarily a bad thing. You need those.
But that pick also finished up the Russell Wilson trade. So
okay.
Let me actually see if I can look that up.
Yeah, can we figure out exactly what you got? Wilson. Totally.
Well, I can tell you that it's not even.
That's not close. Every time I think about it, I just wish that you guys still had him and paid him $50 million.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I do.
Let's see. I know I have Chef to tweet about. Let me see if I can find. Okay, here we go. Let me bring it up here. All right. So now that it is finalized, let's start with the Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks overall from this trade now acquired Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Charles Cross, Boye Mafe, Tyreek Smith, Devin Witherspoon, and Derek Hall. And the Broncos got Russell Wilson and Ioma Uwazurike.
Wow.
What a deal. That's a great deal. I'd make that deal.
It's the Eric Dickerson deal all over again.
What a deal. That's a good deal.
Yeah, it is a deal. There's no doubt.
So, yeah. So, I mean, maybe I know all the slack I've given, but, I do believe it'll be a little better this year, especially with Sean Payton out there. I'm sure Payton will rip.
It can't possibly be worse with Sean Payton.
I'm sure Sean Payton will rip some bongs out there with Russell. So, did you see that?
No, I didn't. What's going on?
There was some pictures, I think, or something of. I think it was during the draft. I think actually the first round yesterday, Sean Payton takes some rips from a bong.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah. I think I saw it kind of in passing today, and I was like, I was kind of busy at work and didn't pay a whole lot of attention. Yeah, whatever. He's in Denver now, man.
That's true. Yeah. So let's ride, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so heck of a deal there. The Seahawks got
Talanoa Hufunga's cousin just got picked by the Chargers.
Tuli,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, so the Chiefs Chiefs pick is in, so the Jaguars on the clock. So let's check them. Let's try to solidify something here real quick. Let's talk about the Mariners real quick here now. So usually I have usually I have chapters for people to go through here. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have that this episode. This is all just jumbled up. You're just going to have to, if you want to scroll to one thing or another, you're just going to have to find it yourself. Sorry. So
that's fine.
Anyways,
you want to talk about the Mariners?
Mariners. So Robbie Ray is done.
Weekend on a bad note.
Robbie Ray is done for the season, which is great.
Terrible.
Chris Flexen, hopefully he's only got 2, maybe 3 starts left before Hancock or Miller or both at this point. By the way,
tomorrow it's Flexen versus Gosman, so we have to win this game today.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But look, it does feel weird because I know we kind of keep making jokes at it and talking about like 2015 and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't a 2015 feel, for being honest, because it does feel like we are right there, and we've been consistently inconsistent. And I mean, like, we'll win 3 out of 4, we'll lose 3 out of 4. We'll win 3 in a row, we'll lose 3 in a row. Yep. So we're not burying ourselves, but we're also not climbing up the ladder, so to say. So it's just...
Yeah, we're not climbing up anything, that's for damn sure.
Basically, we're taking 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So, I mean...
I would say we're taking 1.5 steps forward and 2 steps back. We're slightly behind the 8 ball right now.
On the bright side, I know they're starting to get rolling now, though, too, but I'm sure we will here soon as the schedule turns over to May. But at least the Astros have had a slow start, too. I'm not worried about the Rangers or the Angels. I'm not worried at all about either of them.
What about the Athletics?
Oh yeah, I'm so worried about the Athletics, man. They're gonna have such a second half of the season and finish.
Yeah, they will.
50 games under 500.
I read some stat that their starting pitching is on pace to be the worst in MLB history.
I believe it. So
I mean, I do too. Actually,
at this point, just have the Athletics and Royals play each other the rest of the season.
Yeah, why not? The Royals are not good either.
Which I'm sure you love. So
yeah, I mean it's great, but like my friends now basically don't even talk about baseball right now because the Royals.
Well, why would they? They're Chiefs fans, right?
Yeah, Royals fans are so wishy-washy. It's unbelievable. They all came out in droves when they were good, and that's all I heard about. And now I don't hear anything about
Royals fans are literally that Homer Simpson meme of coming out of the bushes and going back.
Oh God, they absolutely are. It's ridiculous. And quite honestly, the Chiefs fans around here were kind of like that too. When they weren't very good for a while. Yeah, they're more popular than the Royals, I guess, around here. But once Mahomes and once they started getting good, that's when just everything. And it's insufferable, unfortunately. But that's not going away for another, 15 years. So.
Yeah. So I mean, with the Mariners, look, it is really annoying. But historically, this team, no matter who's been on team, it's a slow-starting franchise for some reason. We'll see how the schedule turns come May. We do need to get going in May, obviously. If we struggle through May again, then I'm going to start having concerns. Mm-hmm. But, look, Hancock's going to be up eventually. Miller's, at this point, I think both Hancock and Miller are going to be up at some point this year. Miller's probably going to be first. If I had to guess, Miller's up within the next month. And I'd say
Hancock. You don't think, like, Wu or Malone would be first?
I would definitely take Malone over Flexen right now, but...
Oh, God, yes. That's not even honestly, I'd take anything over him right now. He's literally a giant liability in every way, shape, and form.
Now, here's the thing, though. When I've been thinking about the two of these young guys coming up, Hancock and Miller, I was thinking one of them's going to replace Marco, but all of a sudden, Marco Gonzalez, new father, well, he's second child, he has found something. And I think what I believe it is he's gone away from his fastball and he's using a lot more of his breaking stuff because I think I heard his last couple starts he's used his fastball less than 30%, I think. So he has changed his approach. He's changed his game plan, his strategy, and it has been working because he had, 9 strikeouts, I think, his first start back from paternity leave, and he had, 7 last
innings,
start?
I think.
Yeah, so something is it's that dad power, that dad magic.
Shame on you, by the way, for thinking he needed to be replaced in the rotation.
Well,
even before that.
Hey, look at it this way. Coming in, we didn't know Ray was going to be out for the season. Who's the odd man out of the 5 for when someone else comes up? Who's the odd man out?
Flexen.
No, before the Ray injury, though.
Oh, before the Ray injury.
Yeah, before the Ray injury.
So if it's those, then there's no odd man out. We have 5 solid starters, in my opinion.
You'd rather have Marco than see Hancock or Miller come up?
I don't know what I just said, but my wife Alexa's Alexa machine just started talking and it's bothering me. Okay, it's done. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I don't know. I mean, it depends. It truly depends. I, as you know, am a giant Marco Gonzalez fan.
Since day one, right?
Not since day one. We don't need to really go there, but we did fight at the very beginning, and I've been a solid supporter for the last 5+ years. I was not in any way, shape, or form thinking he needed to be replaced this year, and now we need him more than ever. And you're right, he's found something. He's looking as good as he did in the COVID shortened year right now.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. And if we get that, then that is great, especially with Ray going down. That would be great because then, obviously, like I said, then it's going to be either Miller or Hancock come up to replace Flexen. I really don't know who it's going to be between those two at this point. I've heard that Miller is slightly ahead, but I mean, I'm fine with either one. So it's good.
I would like to see them pitch a little better first. Both of them have not really started well in their minor season. At this point, I would just bring Malone back up at this point, at least for a few more starts to let them get their feet below them a little bit. I used to think it was Hancock that was going to be the guy, out of our next level, our next tier after, Kirby and Gilbert. But now I'm starting to think it's going to be Miller. Miller's the guy that is the best out of the next tier of starters that are coming up. So, yeah, I would kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, think about it down the road. 2 years, you got Castillo, Kirby, Gilbert, Hancock, Miller.
Ridiculous.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
I truly think
you'll have Harry Ford up then too.
Oh God, yeah, that's that.
Harry Ford and Cal Raleigh.
I cannot wait to have Raleigh and friggin' Ford. That is going to be so awesome. It's unbelievable. And Ford is going to be able to possibly fill in the outfield. He doesn't. We could probably keep 3 catchers still, and then Ford could kind of play everywhere. Maybe I don't know if they're going to focus on catcher for him or not. Oh my God.
Oh, not agree.
Anyways, hey, Jackson, I was about to make a point, and then I got off track a little bit.
Real quick draft update. So the Chiefs took Rashee Rice, wide receiver from SMU, and then the Chicago Bears took Tyreek Stevenson, cornerback from Miami.
Ooh, I like Tyreek. He's pretty good.
So, all right, anyways.
What was I going to...
Wait, what's the...
Oh, yeah, Kirby. I was going to talk about
who got injured?
Kirby. He is going to be the best pitcher on our staff for the foreseeable future. Maybe not this year, but in short order, I think. He's such a stud. I think we both knew this, and we both have talked about it. He's going to be awesome. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And he's going to, I mean, his ceiling is that of a Hall of Fame pitcher, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just glad we got him. He's always been my favorite of the quote unquote big 3 or 4 that we had, coming up. He's always been the guy that I focused on, especially when he started throwing like 97. Because I know when he first came into our minor league system, he was maybe throwing 94, 95, and all of a sudden one year he started throwing 97 and still had his control. And I just knew at that point that this guy was going to be special, and he truly is. He's friggin' awesome, and we completely wasted his start yesterday.
Yeah, but look at the offensive side. We got to start with our boy. I mean, who's let's go back a little bit. Whose bold prediction was that Jared Kelenic would be one of the All-Stars this year? Which right now he's the only All-Star.
Yeah, you're
right.
He's
Castillo,
the shining beacon of light on our offense. Although I will maybe even put, weirdly enough, JP in on that game.
Yeah. That's not. I mean, that's why I'm really not too worried because. Look, the other guys, I believe that Julio's going to get going again. I mean, he started slow last year. He's ahead of where he was at this point last year.
Yes, he is, correct.
He'll get going.
Not worried. I'm not worried in any way, shape, or form about Julio. He struck out a lot at the beginning of last year as well. He needs to have better at-bats. There's no doubt about it. And I don't even feel like he's, pressing. I don't know what the problem is, quite honestly with you. When you watch him, it doesn't look like he's trying too hard. It doesn't look like he's not having quote-unquote fun. He's not pressing. I don't know what the deal is. It's just one of them baseball things, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Teo's been getting going. Suarez is Suarez. He'll have his...
It'd be great to have Suarez kind of regain his power stroke, but
Suarez,
I do like his new hitting approach.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's kind of... Suarez is just... I feel like he's just kind of a streaky guy. He'll go on good streaks, but I mean, at the same time... I don't know if it got snapped or if he still has it. He has that on-base streak, doesn't he? Still going?
Yeah, well, it was 21 games, and I don't
think it got snapped yesterday, did it?
No, it must still be going then
because then he got on base tonight too with some walks.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
so it must be at 22.
So yeah, so I mean he's fine as far as hitting. He'll be streaky. He'll go, he'll have 10 games where he hits like 8 home runs in 10 games, and he'll have 10 games where he will not hit a home run and go have a bunch of strikeouts.
Well, yes, let's do this here. We started with Julio. He's the leadoff hitter. Let's just go through the lineup. Julio, we're not worried about.
No.
Ty France, I don't know if I'm worried about him or not.
Well, here's the thing: does he have
I kind of am.
Does he have an injury? Because anytime we've seen him struggle, it's always been because of an injury.
It's true. And do we have to consider him an oft-injured player? Because it seemed like it was happening a lot. I don't know. I'm slightly concerned with Ty France right now. He looks like garbage, and it's not great. So we'll move on from that. I don't know what his problem is, but we'll go number 3.
Are we going 3-hole Kelnick, or
we'll go Suarez right now because that's kind of what it was.
Yeah, Suarez. I mean, he's definitely when he hits, he's using all areas of the field, which is awesome.
Correct. I love his new approach, and maybe this is by design. Maybe he's trying for less power and trying for more using the field or using.
That's fine because he can hit for power opposite field too. We've seen it. A bunch of his home runs have been opposite field
for sure. So then we're not worried about him. We'll go forward. We're not worried about Teo.
Teo, no,
he needs to hit a little bit better, but his power is there.
He's not going to be a high average guy. His power's there.
Correct.
So
yes, and. So then we're going Kelenic, right? Are we at 6 now?
Kelenic,
we're at Cal Raleigh, basically. I guess we're going for.
We'll go Kelenic. We'll go Kelenic next.
Yeah. Kelenic, definitely not worried about him. Although I wish we wouldn't have moved him up to 3rd. I'm kind of with you on this.
Hey, he's got 2 hits tonight, though. So
that's true, and that's fine. Maybe that'll get him out of the funk because he was like for his last 5 or 6 or 7.
Jeez, man, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go again. He's busting. He's done.
Yeah. So. Okay, then we go to Cal. Definitely not worried about Cal.
Yeah, he just hit a home run. He owns Toronto and Manoa. So
yes, and he hasn't really found his power stroke yet this year. But I'm definitely I've seen enough to know that he's still Cal. Yeah,
and he might be a slow starter. He might be a slow starter.
He's not going to hit 260, 270. He's going to hit 220, 240. It just is what it is. Yeah. So. And after that is where we get a little
that's where it's wishy-washy. Right now, let's just follow what it is right now.
We talked about this yesterday, and we needed to have kept Santana. That was stupid.
Yeah. Let's go JP next. JP now.
Well, JP, I'm definitely not worried about.
Yeah, he started, but here's the thing though. The last couple of years he started hot, but then he tails off. So we need to see him keep it going.
But this year it's been more of he's kept the on base up.
That's true, and he's hitting the ball harder than he has in his career. So
yes, I think I'm actually more encouraged this year with his lower average and higher on base and kind of more barrel rate than I was last year when he started hitting like 400 for the first month.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I think he's hitting like 250 or something right now. And right now I think I'm quite encouraged with how he's been playing. So definitely not worried about him. And then it's going to be.
So what are we doing next?
Well, let's just go to Colton Wong.
Next.
That's all. I'm worried about Colton Wong. Yes, he's been sorry, I about swore. I about said a bad.
That's the Colton Wong effect. Let me ask you this: who would you rather have at second base? Who would you rather have at second base right now?
Caballero.
No, wait. Who would you rather have at second base right now? Colton Wong or Sean Figgins?
Sean Figgins probably played better defense. So I
don't understand. I mean, I don't understand what is going on with Wong because it's just
he's lost games on defense twice now for us. He can't hit. He's been the biggest liability that I can remember on this Mariners
team. And then you've got
this
this Caballero guy. I really like what I've seen from Caballero.
I like his approach. I like his hustle. I know he
puts up good at bats. He fouls the ball. He reminds me of what's the Quan? He fouls the ball off a lot.
Stephen Kwan, for sure. They are. You're right. The couple at bats I've seen of him, and he hasn't got hits either time that I've kind of been zeroing in on him. But I've loved the approach, and I assume he's got to be better on defense. It's just the one. Like I was just saying, it's literally I can't remember a bigger liability to start the season than Colton Wong in the past 10 years. Somebody that has affected the game negatively.
He's got to have like a -1 WAR at least.
In 20 games, or whatever games it is, 25 games, whatever it's been. It's ridiculous. It is, man.
I think here's what I'm seeing. Dylan Moore, hopefully he doesn't have any more setbacks. Hopefully he's back by the end of this month. Get him back, and we can have him and Caballero play second more often. I'd like to start seeing more Haggerty.
Haggerty against lefties only, yeah. For sure.
Look, I have this feeling that I have a feeling, I don't know if it's going to be a big move, but I have a feeling that Jerry's going to make, Justin, I guess, but Justin and Jerry are going to make some kind of move this month, either for a bat or maybe a pitcher. Maybe they hold off on bringing up Hancock and Miller and they find a pitcher, but right now I'd say the more glaring need obviously is a bat. So I feel like at some point this month, because let's see, we got Santana, what was it? Was it June last year we got him?
Yes, it was. Wait a second. It wasn't at the trade deadline, right?
It wasn't at the trade deadline. No, we got him, and then that's when we started really getting better. So I think it was June, sometime in June.
And I'm not going to get over this. It was just such an easy bring back. It was an easy choice.
I think that might be something with Julio too, because I know him and Julio are really close, and I feel like he really helped Julio too. So.
He was a great clubhouse presence, and I'm not really that guy, like the team chemistry guy. It can make a difference.
Graveman.
So, what was that?
Graveman.
Yeah.
Ruined clubhouse chemistry.
Graveman. We don't need to talk about Kendall Graveman. I went off the deep end when we traded him. But that was mostly just because we traded him to the Astros, and we were kind of neck and neck with them at that point that year in 2021, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's just – it was such an easy choice to bring Santana back. You traded for him, and you saw the impact he had last year when we got him. Initially he sucked very badly, I remember. We went like he was going 0 for every night. But then – once he hit his stride, the guy was just a game changer for us. It was a glue of the lineup. It was just a guy that hit big home runs. He was always doing it. His at-bats were professional. It's just like, why did we not bring him back for DH? Why?
Yeah. But, I feel like some kind of move is going to be made this month. I have a gut feeling that some kind of move is going to be made in May. So.
Well, Jackson agrees, apparently. He's barking.
I mean, let's see. Like elsewhere, like I said, in the division, things haven't really gone.
We don't need to talk about Listella. That's a guy that needs to be gone yesterday. But it's just that's the guy.
The bullpen surprisingly hasn't regressed as much. I thought there's been some Brash needs to get it figured out. I think the biggest issue has been Brash.
Yes, and it's mostly.
But even still, his strikeout to walk ratio is insane. But
oh god, he's striking out guys left and right. Yeah. It's just I'm assuming it's more of a bad luck thing that just he's just blown up in certain spots that are more noticeable because his numbers are still good besides the inflated ERA, but that's just because of a couple bad outings. But yeah, you're totally right. The bullpen has been above average.
Yeah, we went and got a couple more random guys off the street, and they've turned to elite pitchers.
Gott and
Justin Topa
Spire have been just awesome.
Yeah. It's like I'm not complaining, but I just don't understand it. We literally can just put anyone in the bullpen, and suddenly they're great. So
it's one thing that I guess Jerry is good at is finding scrap heap relievers, and so the bullpen's been good. The starters have been absolutely excellent, other than Flexen. Yeah,
Paul. I mean, we were talking about Paul Sewell. We were kind of concerned that he may regress a lot, but man,
he's been great.
Yeah, he's been great.
Absolutely great. So that and I feel like with bullpen guys, it's like you kind of. Yeah, they can go off the deep end at any point, but I'm kind of just not worried about any of these guys right now. I think that they're all going to be at this level the entire season, give or take.
And the Blue Jays just took a 3-2 lead in the bottom of 6.
Of course. So
game.
Yeah, I mean, with our offense, I
would be happy winning one game.
Well, it ain't going to be tomorrow, so.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, so much for him. I figured he won last. So, quick draft update. New York Giants have taken John Michael Schmitz, center from Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Dallas Cowboys, Luke Schoonmaker, tight end from Michigan. Bills got a guy I wanted, Osiris Torrance, guard from Florida. That's a good pick for them. Bengals, cornerback. They needed that. Replaced some of the guys they lost. DJ Turner the second.
Yeah, DJ Turner.
When do the Niners pick?
Third round. We have 3 in the third round, so we're getting there. We are getting there. We get our first round pick back next year. We are back. We're so back next year. I read the Rams. This is the 7th year in a row they haven't had a first round pick.
Jeez. Well,
that's nuts.
What a shame.
Yeah, total shame.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, like I said, the Mariners. I'm not pushing the panic button yet. Like I said, it's annoying, yes, but I'm not pushing the panic button at all. We're ending April, but we'll see. They do need to get going though here soon. So I think a good series coming up will be the series with Oakland. Get them right, and then got Astros coming up after that. It's going to be huge. Got they cannot talk right now. Debut of the City Connect jerseys, which just revealed today, which I think are awesome. They're a lot better than anticipated because the last couple ones, especially Texas, were awful. So I was kind of worried that ours weren't going to be that great.
Yeah, they were actually.
But yeah, they're clean. I like them. They're really good. Sorry, Tom, but they're good jerseys.
I thought they were. Okay, I'm not a Seattle guy, so I don't have the whole City Connect aspect I'm attached to, but. I thought they were great.
Yeah, they have. They have a patch with Mount Rainier, PNW. They have the My Oh My, Soto Mojo. So there are things.
There's only so much you can do. With that,
there are things. I think people are just looking at like the colors and logos and the scheme and all that, but they have the PNW patch. They have the Soto Mojo stuff. They have My Oh My. So it connects. So
Exactly. There's only, like I said, there's only so much you can do. What do you want them to? I don't know what some people expect sometimes. I guess that's all.
But yeah, I really like them. They're really really cool.
I guess you could soak the jerseys in piss because that's what downtown Seattle kind of smelled like to me when I was there.
That and NPCs, a light rail, and parking garages from the Twilight Zone. So.
Yeah, they definitely should have put somehow get the light rail involved in there because the light rail is just lovely. If you ask me, I'm not even being sarcastic. I loved the light rail. It was great.
Well, yep, light rail and monorail, good old times.
Yeah.
So
monorail was not nearly as good as the light rail. Yeah.
I guess we have light rail, no hard Mountain Dews. You have hard Mountain Dews and no light rail. So I don't know what you would rather have.
Nothing like that here. Not even. I don't think even in Omaha, I don't think there's anything in Nebraska that is similar.
You have those green scooters, though.
We do have the Lime scooters. I never noticed them until I saw them in Seattle, and then the moment I got back, I noticed them in Lincoln. So I don't know if they've always been here and I just never noticed them, or if they literally just came about recently. So, but yeah, they are around.
Yep. All right. Well,
what are we going to talk about next?
Let's see. Any other MLB news? Big news. Obviously the Rays are still off their hot starts.
Are they going to get 116 or what?
No. They'll come back down to earth. So.
All right.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of any other big MLB news at the moment right now. So.
Well, if it was up to me, I already said they're not even going to make the playoffs. So
yeah, that looks good so far.
Sweet hot take.
So NFL, obviously we've got the draft going on still. Who are you hoping to nab, or positions or players here in the third round?
Well, every tight end I wanted has just gone off the board in the last 15 picks. There was just a run on tight end, so there goes that idea.
Trey Palmer's still out there.
Yeah, I want Trey Palmer very badly, actually, and round 3 is about where he could go. I would like that. I would like Trey Palmer. This tight end thing has got me a little flustered because literally every single one is gone now. So, I like Henry To'o. He's a linebacker from Alabama. Henry To'o.
One of those.
Tootoo. I don't know how to pronounce it.
And there goes another tight end.
Unbelievable.
Jacksonville Jaguars, Brenton Strange.
I don't know. That guy was not on my list.
That's a strange pick.
That is a strange pick. I honestly have never heard that name, and I did a lot of
tight end. They have. Evan Ingram. Yeah,
right?
He was my stud at the end. He was my stud at the end of the year.
Keep his name out of your mouth because I want to draft him in this upcoming fantasy.
Hey,
season.
Didn't you drop him right before I picked him up and he went off?
Yeah. I think the week I dropped him, he scored 3 touchdowns. And if I would have started him, that was the last week of the season. I would have beat Josh and made the playoffs. Yeah.
Good
so
times.
I dropped him, and I think I picked up. Oh man, well, I'm not going to remember. The guy I picked up did good. He had a touchdown and 100 yards. It was a guy that was on the up and up, but he didn't. But I'm pretty sure Evan Ingram scored like 40 points in week 18 or whatever. Our last week of our fantasy season, whatever that would be.
Yeah, I remember
he had 3 touchdowns, and I lost to Josh by like 30 points, and Evan Ingram scored himself like in the 40s. I think I lost by 20 something. All I know is
you lost by like 1.
Was it really that?
Yeah, I remember it was like the last minute defensive thing too, or something like that. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. So yeah, all I needed was to just have kept Evan Ingram, and I would have, even through all the trying to keep me out of the playoffs that the commissioner did, I would have still made it. And no.
Hey, you agreed. You agreed to it. You agreed to the change. So.
I apparently did. Yes.
This is why we have AA meetings.
Oh man, yep. I'm pretty sure I was out at the bar when you texted that, and I saw a bunch of texts. And I just agreed to stuff. Whatever.
But hey, speaking of fantasy, quick fantasy baseball. Look at us, me and you, top of our division. So
absolutely, yeah. And I'm now winning 10-1 right now.
I haven't checked in a minute with me. Let me go check mine real quick. I think I was up by 1.
When do we match up?
Whoa! Wow! My matchup is 4-4-4. That's interesting.
Uh-oh. Dang.
Well, pitching, but yeah, I know I'm going to have more innings pitched and strikeouts and all that, so that'll be fine. Yeah, that should be good, I think. So.
Can you check the schedule to see when the 2 juggernauts face off finally?
I think we play each other in 2 weeks. Let's see.
Okay.
Next week. Next week. Hey, my birthday week. All right. Yes, I'm looking at right now. My birthday week. All right. Oh. All right. Well, I look forward to the commissioner somehow screwing me over in revenge for the football. I'm still waiting for it. I know you're going to do something to me. I'm going to be on the cusp of the playoffs.
Much I can do. There's so much I can do.
I'm going to be on the cusp of the playoffs or something. You're going to change scoring or something that's going to make it so I don't make the playoffs. So.
Well, if it's your birthday week, then there's no way I can possibly overcome that.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll just say, even though it's my birthday week and I should begin the presents, I'm going to give you a present. So I'll just say congratulations now on your victory. So.
Right. I was just about to say it before you interrupted me. So congratulations on your birthday week victory over me. You'll probably give me my first official loss because I think I'm 1-0-1 right now. Hopefully about to be 2-0-1. But man, there's nothing I can do to
not a chance. Kenlick is going to hit a cold streak next week. My pitching probably don't have many pitchers going next week, so they're going to hit a cold streak. So.
Oh, the Broncos are picking. Hold on.
Wow.
Pick.
Do you want me to say it or are you waiting?
Yeah, go ahead. Do they get some
Marvin Mims Jr.
Okay.
So.
Oh wait, I like him actually. Okay. Yeah, I actually like him. Is he defensive tackle?
Wide receiver.
Oh, then I'm totally wrong. Never mind. No, I don't like Marvin Mims Jr. I don't even know who that is. Okay.
All right. Well, they
got Russ some help. He'll definitely be better this year.
Yeah, they got Russ some help outside, but nothing on the line. Okay. Sounds familiar.
Mims. Yeah, I kind of know him. That Oklahoma guy. Okay. Yeah, I think he destroyed Nebraska this year, actually. So, yeah, I know him quite well.
All right, and the Bears for round 3 are on the clock. Wow, we got Bears, Eagles, Broncos. That's interesting. Jeez, you guys don't pick till the late 3rd round.
Yeah, it's
wow. You have 3 of the last 4 picks in the 3rd round. Jeez.
It's going to be a while. We got some waiting to do.
All right, and the Seahawks have 1 more pick, which I don't know. They said they made it seem like they were going to trade back, but I mean, I don't know. So.
I mean, honestly, it's not ideal to not have any first or second rounders, but we need cheap talent right now.
If Hendon Hooker is still there at 83, I think the Seahawks might do that.
I definitely think you're in the market for a backup quarterback. There's no doubt, or a future quarterback.
I would not mind Hooker, or
what do you think about Jake Hayner? Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, no thanks.
Really?
He went to UW for a year, I think. So.
Did he really?
I think, if I remember. There's been a lot of Jakes at UW, so.
I mean, he dominated at Fresno State, which doesn't mean much, I guess, but.
Yeah, if not Hooker, then that means, we get a nice big Penix next year. maybe.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that idea. The Bears actually wouldn't be such a bad idea to take Hooker as well. They don't have a backup quarterback, and with the way that Fields runs, he's bound to get hurt, and this would be a guy that could slide right in on the same offensive scheme. But I don't know. I love Hendon Hooker as well, so there's a 0 chance he falls to the 49ers, and I'm not sure that we draft him anyway. So, but yeah.
So what you're saying is you hope the Seahawks take him so we can develop under Geno for a year or two.
Yeah, I definitely will be upset if the Seahawks get him. Let's just say that. I think he's got some pretty major potential.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, well, still going on. Let's check in on the Mariners real quick, and it is still 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, great! Yeah, I assume we won't score the rest of the game, just because that's just how it is.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let's do our I fall asleep during your talking, you fall asleep during my talking section. So, go ahead. Any news on Nebraska stuff or anything else?
Yeah, I don't have a lot, but, we were 20 scholarships over on our football team, so there's going to be a lot of transfers and people leaving right now, and one of them that just left today, entered the transfer portal, is my boy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers 2.0 himself, Casey Thompson, our quarterback.
Wow.
Yep.
That does not rule.
No, it doesn't, but it's kind of to be expected because when Rule was hired, he went and handpicked his quarterback out of the transfer portal, and I knew the moment that Thompson was shoulder healed up that he would probably leave if he wasn't guaranteed the starting job, and that's what's happening. It's just it's his last year in college. What's he going to do? Stick around here to play backup to the guy we got was from Georgia Tech. His name's Jeff Sims, and he's kind of a dual threat quarterback, and that's what Rule wants. Casey Thompson is really not a dual threat of any kind. He's a full-on pocket passer, and I'll miss him. He got demolished by a crappy offensive line last year. He's a true warrior back there, and I wish him well as long as he doesn't go to like Colorado or any other Big Ten team.
And
that's all I got.
Haven't there, unless I'm thinking of someone else, haven't there been some transfers going out of Nebraska ball?
Yeah, we lost a couple. One guy was named Coron McPherson, which I don't know, whatever. We actually haven't lost anybody out of Nebraska ball that's anything to write home about. We just haven't added enough yet. We've gotten 2 decent transfers that I really liked, but one guy, he was a 5-star out of Omaha that went to Gonzaga initially and left after 1 year. His name's Hunter Salas, just committed to Wake Forest. And it was between Wake Forest and us, apparently, and maybe a couple other teams. I don't know why he chose Wake Forest. That's very odd to me. So that sucks because I really would have liked him. But no, we're probably going to suck next year. Let's just say that. And I guess we'll be kind of on your level because I'm sure you guys will suck too if you still got that same coach.
But hey, according to the Snapchat My AI, you guys are going to win 20 games at least.
I did see that, and I don't think I trust my AI very well. My AI seems to.
They also said that you're going to win 8 games in football, I think. So.
I actually do kind of agree with them on that. I think that could happen. 20 games for Nebraska basketball is absolutely impossible.
Yeah, my AI also thinks that Kyle Lewis is currently the best player on the Seattle Mariners.
You did say that, or they did say that.
Yeah, hey, come on, man.
My AI prefers to be a they, them, I believe they said. This whole my AI thing is kind of crazy. I've basically just been yelling at it and making fun of it the whole time. I've been a bully to my AI, and
yeah, so we all know
who's coming. Kind of deserves it.
We all know who's coming after first when it gets a physical body
when it becomes self-aware.
Yeah. Wasn't there a game about that?
There was actually, and it was a great one. In fact,
I still haven't played
weirdly
it.
enough, I was thinking about replaying that quite recently, and I do want to replay it. Some Detroit Become Human. I want to replay that.
I still never played it.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh my god, it's really good. You have to play it. It's great.
It's not an open world game, right?
No, it's a.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of gone away from non-open world games that aren't sports games. Like, there's something about I prefer open world.
But you
games.
like Life is Strange. It's the same type of that. It's where you pick. It's like a choose your own adventure type.
All right. Well, I'm pretty booked. I mean, we'll get to this. Well, whatever. We'll
Yeah,
just
I'm
talk
sure
about it
we
now
will.
because this is all a whole jumbled up episode,
That's
anyways. Yeah. So, speaking of video games, I just picked up on my way home earlier Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So, looking forward to getting that going.
Yep.
The first one was incredible. The top 3, top 4 game of all time. And I've heard that this one is actually better than the first one, which would be incredible. And if it is,
Really?
then I'm really looking forward to getting into this. I haven't gone into. I've meant to try and get into Horizon Burning Shores, but I've had no time over the last couple of weeks playing anything.
I've been the same way.
Yeah.
I have barely. The only games I've played are. I've been playing my 3DS lately. I'm trying to get into that, and it's just like I play it before I go to bed while the TV's on, basically, and I fall asleep with the thing still on. Basically, that's all I've had time for. And the next thing I play on a console will be Burning Shores DLC. There's no doubt in my mind. I just need to actually sit down and download it and get into it. That's
which
all.
I do want. I have really sad news. I've heard that he has a kind of a big role in the DLC, and was probably going to have a big role moving forward in the third game. So let's see what
I
they do.
don't know what they're going to do.
The
about
guy
that.
who played Silence, man, I can't. I need to look up his name because I don't want to be.
What was his name? Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick. Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful and not have the name. Lance Reddick. He unfortunately passed away, and
they still have to
great
use his
actor,
character, right? So they're just going to have to do a new.
Well, what I've heard something they talk about, because this is something that they're doing now, but they have to get permission from the family, is using like AI generated, because now we have all that stuff, AI generated voices, is using that to do it. But they obviously have to get permission of family, and then the family would get the royalties from it. So, but
yeah, absolutely.
It is.
They would say yes. I mean, it's like an honoring of him almost. You know,
because I've heard from this DLC that apparently the way it ends is going to set up for him to have a major role in the third game. So,
I'm sure they did. He's a great character, and God, that was a bummer. There's no doubt about it. And then you hear that he liked playing video games and all this stuff. Just everything you hear about the guy. It was a great guy.
He was a great guy.
I still don't know what happened to him.
Great guy, great actor, and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. He was great. And I know this is kind of under the radar, but it only got one season, and apparently it wasn't very good. I thought it was okay. But the Resident Evil series on Netflix, he was one of the main characters in that, and he was great.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got canceled after one season. It didn't do very well, but I liked it. I watched the entire thing, and it was good, I thought. And he was awesome.
So my original plan was to play Burning Shores and get that finished, because I heard it was only like 10 hours or so, I think. Get that finished before Star Wars came out, and then get Star Wars going and finish that before Legend of Zelda comes out. Right. Like that's what
God, you're screwed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have 3 things to do all that summer's coming up. Obviously, I'll have my summer vacation. I'll be working with my dad a lot this summer, so we'll see between playing baseball, but I'll have more time in general. So I'm gonna have Zelda's coming out in a couple weeks, which I already know when that comes out. All my time and dedication is going to that, because especially after the last trailer, man, I cannot wait for that game. So that's the games I'll be playing. So I'll be getting into Star Wars here. Eventually, I'll get into Burning Shores. Burning Shores at this point might actually be pushed down to number 3. It's probably going to go. It's probably going to be Star Wars. Getting into that here tonight. Later, then Zelda.
Horizon's great and all, but all it's going to be is just more of the same. Yeah. It's just we already know what it's going to be about. So we don't know what the story is, but the gameplay is not going to change. We all know that. It's just more of the same great Horizon stuff, so you can put that off. You really can.
Yeah.
I'm not
But at the end of the day,
I'll buy Zelda.
Well, whatever.
Yes.
At the end of the day, I will.
Open world Zelda. I only like top-down, old-school Zeldas. That's it.
Well, you're missing out. But
am I?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
At the end of the day, though, I will be generally booked for the next few months as far as video games go. So between the time that I'll have, and I still want to try and not platinum, not do what Josh did and platinum it, but at least 100% all the tasks in Hogwarts Legacy. I still want to do that too. So.
And that game is still on my radar.
Yeah,
it's gonna be more of a I'll play it after everybody else has played it type thing, and that's usually what I do with games. 90% of the games I play, I don't play right away. It's like they get added to my list, and I play them when I get to them. There's only a certain few, like Horizon Forbidden West was one of them where I played the moment I bought it. So it's just it doesn't happen too often for me.
Yeah. So kind of jumbled that up a little bit. Real quick, those of you who will be watching, Marks, you can't see right now, but wearing my Kraken jersey. We got Game 6 tonight, Kraken and Avalanche. It's been an incredible series, man. I was still kind of, I guess you could say, a casual hockey fan. This is really the playoffs here, learning a lot more and watching a lot more. This has really got me into it a lot more. The NHL playoffs are awesome, very stressful. But it's awesome. It's been a great series for the Kraken. I mean, they've well exceeded the expectations playing against the defending champs, and they got a chance tonight. They're up 3-2. Game 6 tonight in Seattle. They win. They knock out the defending champs and go on to the next round. So that would be incredible. That would be fun to see if they can do that. So
there you go.
So yeah, so let's go Kraken hockey, baby. So
I saw the what is it, the Pledge
Climate Pledge Arena.
Yeah, I saw it from the Space Needle.
Yep. It's very nice. So definitely needs an NBA team. That's for sure. So
yeah, I see you guys will get one at some point, right? Isn't that happening?
I'm at a point where I will believe it when I see it. I don't care. They can say everything. Yes, they can announce Seattle's getting a team to do everything and all that. I will believe it the second the ball is tipped off and there are actually players on the court and the Sonics are there and everything. That's when I'll believe it. So
all right.
Other than that, so the Kraken tonight. I know this is where you're going to fall asleep, but Sounders, they had a crazy Open Cup match with the USL side, San Diego, the other night. They won 5-4. Late penalty kick goal by Montero sealed the deal. So they're moving on to the next round. That was actually their first Open Cup win in, I want to say, like 5 or 6 years, I think. So they've
the Open Cup. Yeah, I know what that is.
Hey, the team from Nebraska went all the way to the semifinal last year. So
what?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? What do you mean? We don't even have a soccer team.
Yeah, you do. It's like it's not necessarily the minor leagues, but it's a lower level league, and they play in the Open Cup.
They played against MLS teams, and they went to. Well, that just shows how awesome the MLS is.
They made it to the semifinals. So, well, MLS teams, in fairness, usually play their B teams, C teams in these ones.
Okay.
Because there were a couple of MLS teams that already got knocked out by some of those low level teams, but they weren't really playing their guys. So.
What? I have no idea what this is, and I had no clue it was a thing. I'll have to look into it.
So Sounders got that win. Then last week they got a good win against Minnesota. So they're right there at the top with St. Louis, and then LAFC in the standings. So hopefully they're at Real Salt Lake tomorrow, and I don't think they've won or even drawn. But I know they haven't won at Real Salt Lake since I believe 2013. So hopefully they can get that monkey off the back and get a win there. And then across the pond, Manchester City riding into form at the right time of the year. They always usually dominate towards the end of the year, and they're doing it again. They just had a huge win against Arsenal, who they're chasing. Well, they're technically chasing the standings. They're behind 2 points, but they've played 2 fewer games. So right now, Manchester City has control for a three-peat in the Premier League. And then Holland broke the record for most goals in a single season in a 38-match season, because they also have a tally for when they used to play 42 matches, I believe. So he'll break that one also. But
oh, my God.
But, and then they got the Champions League coming up, rematch with the semifinals with Real Madrid. I'm fully expecting City to get revenge in that. And honestly, whoever wins between Real Madrid and City in the semifinals is likely going to win the whole thing, because you got the Italian side, Inter Milan and AC Milan on the other side, and I don't see them beating either Madrid or City. So hopefully this is finally the year City gets through and finally wins the Champions League. So they should. So
how's Aaron doing? I mean, Land, whatever his name is.
Holland?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, as I just said, he broke the record in the Premier League for a 38-match season for most goals.
That was what you were talking about.
Yeah,
Sorry, I drifted off.
They also have a separate tally for a 42 season, but he'll break that too. He's only like 1 or 2 goals shy of that. But I think he's at 49 goals total across all competitions for the season. So it's pretty insane. So.
Okay.
So if that continues, and I know Tom loves it. And hey, Tom and I got a little rivalry here coming soon in June. We got a FA Cup final between Manchester United and Manchester City. So, Tom, I hope you're ready for your boys in red to go down in that game. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a fun one. So
does Liverpool still suck?
Yes, Liverpool. Well, they've gotten better, but yeah, Liverpool will always be liver suck, and Chelsea really sucks. Chelsea sucks big time this year. So,
wow, Liverpool and Chelsea were back in the day were always the two that everybody was chasing. It seemed like.
Yep. Well, not anymore. So
No,
Liverpool's they've done better as the season has gone on, but Chelsea's the one that Chelsea could even be near relegation.
Oh, holy crap! Wow.
You know what that means?
Yes, I do know that, and in fact, I think we should use that in some American sports.
I agree with
very
that.
Exciting.
Yeah, I do agree with that actually.
So. It would force ownership to try and spend money, and
especially now with
like
football.
that.
Now that we have the XFL and USFL, I think that could be something they could do. So
I would absolutely love it, and it will never happen, but it would be great.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's that. I guess we'll just wrap it up real quick. So we've got some. Drew. But wait, is Trent? So third round so far, we got Zach Pickens to the Bears, defensive tackle. We'll get going here because I know we're at our hour mark.
Yeah.
Tyler Steen, offensive tackle, Alabama to the Eagles. Sidney Brown, defensive back, Illinois to the Eagles, and then Denver Broncos just took Drew Sanders, linebacker, and apparently the Broncos traded their current pick to the Lions, and the Lions pick is in, so we'll see the Lions pick. It seems like I haven't seen his name. I think Trenton Simpson is still on the board.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is surprising.
Picked.
That is surprising. He's really falling. If he falls to 83, that the Seahawks have to take him there because they could use him.
Yeah, I'll just throw this out there. I like one of my favorite quarterbacks is Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I don't know what I had an eye on him in some mock drafts too. I wouldn't mind him either. Yeah, so I really think he's a guy that if the 49ers were looking for another quarterback, which I don't think they are because we got 3, I just don't think there's any. We would have to take a quarterback that we could sneak onto the practice squad, so it's going to have to be an undrafted free agent. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson is not that guy, but he's a guy that I would feel confident in him coming into the offense and being able to get the ball to the playmakers at the very least.
Sure. All right, real quick, we'll just wrap up really quick. Any shows or movies? Anything you're watching good lately?
No, I have not actually been watching anything lately. Just been watching a lot of just random stuff and the standard, The Office or Family Guy. That's usually what I watch. And just when you're scared to start something new, you just go to the tried and true.
Yeah, that's true. We have one episode left of Ozark. We're on the final episode of Ozark.
Oh my God! Yes,
man. Wendy Bird is something. Man,
she is something.
Imagine if Wendy Bird and Walter White got together. That would be quite a duo.
Oh my God, that would be nonstop chaos. And this is no spoiler whatsoever, but you're gonna wonder how in the H are they going to end this series? There's so much going on now.
I've heard that it doesn't really end that.
I actually thought it ended okay. It's just but literally 20 minutes left in the episode. I'm like, how are they going to end this? There's still 17 things going on, and somehow in the last 20 minutes they end all 17 things in my opinion, was a decent way.
Wow. Okay.
I have heard people say they hated the ending.
Because didn't it get canceled? Weren't they planning on a season 5?
Yes, I heard they wanted to do a season 5, but I also heard that yes, either the. No, I'm not quite done yet. I'm almost done.
That's a cue.
I will help you. My wife had hip surgery and she needs some help after this, so that's yes.
That's cute.
But yes, you need to tell me how you liked the last episode when you're done. It's great.
All right, well, I'm back, Q. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. We got the director, the producers telling us we need to wrap it up. Oh, yes, wow, real quick. Wow, dang.
Who's they pick?
Hendon Hooker to the Lions.
No. That's good because, there's no way they extend Jared Goff. There's just no way.
Well, okay, Michael Penix, Seahawk next year. Book it now.
All right.
Well, on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So, we'll see you all again in a couple weeks. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter. And hey, Marcus, congratulations on ruining my birthday week next week and beating me in fantasy baseball. Congratulations on your victory.
What do you say?